Yeah, what we said even so in the first glance, we are in a controversy and in a debate. So,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody wanna look in which way interferes everybody in that debate. So everybody wanna stand a basic position wherever that is predicted with your own opinions or opinions
That's
of
mean the
others.
people all in so much fear.
No, not so much fear, not that point, but everybody had a solid picture he is going for. And nobody
And he defends it.
and he defends it. So and
Why?
because by the opinion maybe not even close, that is the only right one to do. So what interests are behind or anything, no reflection on that. It's not the point. The people stand for that. So
Uh,
and
that
uh,
mean it's a mind condition.
yeah, if
Or
it is a mind condition or not, that is not the point. It is a
stand.
acted opinion. You
Okay.
don't judge it for
No.
anything. So the thing is, it is a standing opinion, and everybody had a standing opinion, which is not convertible to anything else. So that is basic this or basic this, basic left or right or whatever, and in that way we have a debate inside which creates only solid positions. So no going towards, not looking at what is the basic interest anyway. So we could only create a war. So in between the people. So, but maybe to take a breath, step back, and request everybody's self what we really want. We want to build up a family in a well-being and have a future for our kids. So that is what every living creature, if it is a bird or if it is
Mm-hmm.
an animal, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
always want to have. So we are too, because we are even so natural beings. So, and now it becomes the thing to have a smart step, to step behind what is really the basic to have a good living. So is it a political opinion or a religious opinion or anything like this, or is it really the natural opinion of well-being and future for the next generations to come? So, and request ourselves in that what we're doing here to avoid that war to come, the war of opinions, which never makes a good outcome when we lose ourselves to look at. What is our basic interest? That is all what we are looking for. What we can see when we look around and when we ask ourselves, what do I see? What I do want? Therefore, we have our talks. That's it. Why now?
These opinions may only see this being that this opinion makes this
Yes,
split.
that not moving and standing. That is right. So that may create a war. That is right. So, but by that all what we had said, I think that is quite enough for an introduction.
Okay.
I think that points it anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
we can have a look at that, or we can listen at that even some more, if it fits or not. But I guess that is the point, that the people get the idea what we are talking about. So, and then we can go even so enter into that we say, okay, we all together as human beings with a future for our kids and the kids of our kids,
Mm-hmm.
looking for possibilities to build up a country means a territory to live in, and have even so a government for support on that, in that big part of territory, even called a country. So, and I guess in that way, yes, it is to look at what really means the debate we are talking about.
That's mean what I feel on my side is a request to myself for what I'm here and what is my place and what I have to do with all of that.
Oh, sure, you might be not alone with that.
Mm-hmm.
That can all be so. But when you don't point on the basics, on your natural basics, what you're here for, and basically for that, to have a living in a well-being that you can develop, even so a family or friendship or whatever you do,
Mm-hmm.
even when you say you don't have kids, There are so many people you can support with and cooperate with to run a country for that reason, that we have a good living for everybody inside. So, and what you make out of that by your skills you may develop or you may have, or you find ideas, you find out, oh, that I can do, or that is needed, or whatever. So, or that I wanna do because I'm good in it, and that is it's a skill of mine, and people can participate and can make even so good living out of that product of my service or product what I do or manufacturer. So, but in mind is all of us got to support out of this. You can make your living, the others can have equipment to make them living or whatever, or even so to have a good private start for doing things or anything. Yeah, so, and that is it all about. So, and therewith nobody is on the left side or the right side or anything. Maybe on the as a pedestrian on the street, only I'm walking on the right side POTUS. So that might be so that yeah. So but it is not an opinion thing to say I must classify myself to anything,
No.
because basically I'm a human being. So, and as a human being I'm aiming for something every human being, every creature, even animals aim for.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when we have that in mind, or better to say, when we have that in perspective, then we can ask ourselves which is the best or effective way to go to make that happen. And therewith, everybody counts to go in communication or debate with to get ideas how we can make it, because it's a corporation thing. The community can do it only together. We do it anyways together. We cooperate by sending our service or our products, even so outside. So for public use and anyways, even when it is an individual who buys my product and uses that product for his living, I send it out for everybody. So not I don't write a name or it's only for Jim or anything. For everybody who pays and is interested.
I find you are on the point. Is that what you say?
Mm.
All right, on the money. You like to say really often.
Yes, yep, that's right. So, and by looking at that basic, we find solutions how to make it, even so in that days. So, because the people are the product making individuals for society. So, not any machine or anything. Maybe machines can help make you productive, but the machine cannot replace you, because then the cooperation in the community is done.
What we see.
Yes, what is obviously so, and economy is not the only thing to decide on what we need and what we don't need. Social competence makes that happen, what we need and not need. When we know our kids have no future, we have to work for that there is a business inside what more than one generation can do, or which I can only do temporarily because now I can fill something. No, it had to support the needs of a community. So, and the community makes the same stuff and even so fulfills your needs. You cannot make for your own self. So then we have the cooperation. So, but therefore the money is there even so for the main thing that the people support each other. Not that somebody takes a profit and makes a speculation, what we really need, what we can deny, and what the people don't need, even when before they can decide, I don't need that. Somebody else did it and says, oh, I take it out of production. Give it them on this, or it needs when it is cheap enough that we can spend it for the lifespan of some years or anything. That didn't fit the needs of the people anyways.